That's important to remember that Hemingway did actually live there for about 10 years on the island. The writer's studio on the second floor, left side of the building, is where he wrote lots of the memorable novels. Remember, Islands in the Stream, To Have and Have Not, Snows of Kilimanjaro. And also remember to keep all body parts inside the train, even when you're to Cuba. Wait a minute, why didn't you guys put the buoy on the actual landmark? Well, I'd like to see you guys try to put a tour attraction on active military base. Remember, that is the communication center for the Navy branch of the military. We tried. Thelma Strable. Folks, Thelma Strable was a writer for the Saturday Evening Post. The resort that was built along the Overseas Railroad, so accommodate the guests at 55 were coming down on the train. I'd like to tell you that story as we approach 5. And have some fun in the sun. This is the local beach, ladies and gentlemen. Out on the horizon, you can start to see some of the shrimp boats still out on the horizon there. Shrimping is big business for the island, ladies and gentlemen. A brand new piano. They were even creating space in their homes to bring in the piano. Yes, quite prosperous for the industry there. And we want to make sure that we differentiate with a bit a shipwrecker and a pirate. Both one of the same. Quite different. Both savage, one brutally savage, and those were the pirates. The wreckers were savage because they took everything that they could. But first offering you more assistance, folks. You wrecked your boat, you had nowhere to go, you were drowning out there. They brought you back. Shelter, food, water, medical attention. Authentic Southern hospitality was given. Authentic at its best. Because once you were safe, that's when everyone left back out and stole your stuff. The cutthroat industry was very profitable. Unfortunately, like all good things, for the wreckers, they had to come to an end. The industry around 1925, we started to see a massive decline in ships that were wrecking out onto the reef. It was an all-green part for the navigational age of the reef. Added safety features being put into the ocean's waters like a system of lights and buoys. Our last shipwreck salvage hearing was in 1931 here on the island. Ladies and gentlemen, the history still lives on. Told on the conch train, the Old Town Trolley, and the attractions. If you're looking for more wrecking history, we'll point you in the direction. Come see me at the end of the tour. What's something that you can notice about our loved ones here? That, yes, they are above ground. Why do you think they're above the surface, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, I think that might have been their house.
The water. That's right. I don't like to tell the story. Many of my family members are there resting in paradise, and very sad story, guys. I want you to know that something like this in recent days happened in, I believe, in New Orleans or Louisiana. The Havana Hurricane of 1846. This is the one they say is the most powerful storm to hit the island to date. It brought 200-mile-an-hour winds, sustained, and 4 feet of the ocean's water that sat on top of the island for hours. I want you to look at the rooftops here. We've already talked about the metal and tin roofs. But start to notice how some of them have these gorgeous observation decks. I can't slow down for this one to get a photo, but there's 2 more coming up, you guys. And the reason why, well, hold on tight, everyone. You can see that the road is slightly inclined. We're going to pick up the pace a bit. My apologies if anyone's experiencing any trouble breathing. It's all due to the rapid change in elevation. Yeah, we've officially arrived to the top. 20 feet above sea level, the tallest mountaintop of the island, here at the intersection. Welcome to Solaris Hill. And all the way up there, on your left-hand side, you'll find the beautiful mansion built back 1855, Bahamian architectural style. This is known as a conch house. This is the home of Captain John Lowe Jr., the first wealthiest conch on the island. He made a fortune during the sponging industry here on the island. Anyway, if you look at the top post, you sort of look what's called the mirador. I believe in Spanish term it's called the mirador, for the Spanish lookout tower. Anyway, they were used as a backup plan by the wreckers. The master wreckers at best knew that they had to stay on guard 24/7. Whoa, it was not uncommon for those watchmen of the towers to fall asleep on the job after overindulging in pirates' rum. Well, they fall off of the tower face on the occasion. So to stay on guard 24/7, they put the towers above their house, and they were able to get the job done. Well, that's the thing, when you can't get something done right, you do it yourself. Absolutely. Wow. Alrighty, guys. Headed down the... block for the smallest bar. There's 117 of them. Pick your poison. Yeah, that's right. 117 within the 14 blocks. If one of the locals come up and say, hey, you want to try to do the Duval crawl? Do not do the Duval crawl, you guys. I'll tell you about that challenge on the inventory if you're interested in it, but do not attempt. You're not going to make it. All right, now on your left-hand side here, you got Sloppy Joe's. It's not the original. Down the street, you got it right there. Captain Tony's, known as the oldest bar in Florida. Sloppy just moved here to the left in 1937 after a verbal dispute. And they moved it there over a verbal dispute, and all because, well, the property owner decided to increase their stay by a grand total of $5 a week. That was entirely too much. Those faithful bar patrons instructed, pack the booze, carry the furniture, but getting out of here. That's exactly what they did. That was Hemingway's hangout. If you go to the Hemingway home and take the tour, they'll tell you Sloppy Joe Russell and Ernest Hemingway, they were fishing buddies. You'll find pictures of them together in the bar that they have on the wall. Yeah, Hemingway spent a lot of time at that place. You know what? When they were moving everything, you know what he did? Hemingway wanted to take a piece of the original Sloppy Joe's bar. He could have taken a bar stool, maybe a bottle of scotch, just to remember it. But instead, he took a latrine. The latrine was taken out of the bathroom and placed inside the Hemingway home at the garden area, now using the water fountain for the six-toed cats. Okay, another bathroom. We'll try again later. All right, but I think I'll wait. If we're going to the seaport, speaking of